Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is White Red White Gaming TV and it's me, Pavel from Belarus, and today it's gonna be new type of video on my channel, White Red White Gaming TV, and it's gonna be a review of scouts in SnowRunner game, ladies and gentlemen, and I decided first of all to review scouts from post-Soviet Union that were presented in the very beginning of this game when the game was just released long time ago in 2020. Yeah, it was 28th of April 2020. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you prepare drinks. I hope you get a lot of interesting information and a lot of interesting insights, a lot of interesting knowledge about hidden Easter eggs in that vehicles, and I hope I'm a little bit give you more knowledge about post-Soviet Union countries' culture and attitude to these vehicles, at least to these three guys to the right. Yep. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, prepare your drinks, take your seats, don't forget to press like and subscribe button. Let's begin this review. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first truck, I would say first vehicle, first scout we're gonna review, it is Don 71. In real life, this is VAZ 2121 or VAZ 2131. This is a late Soviet era vehicle, SUV with full AVD, yeah, which was created like long time ago in the very late, I believe, 70s or in the beginning of 80s. This vehicle is kind of famous in Soviet Union. It was famous in Soviet Union, and it also famous in all post-Soviet Union countries as a very good and reliable jeep for hunters and fishers. That's exactly why this vehicle has this beautiful painting with fish and hook on it. Yeah. But okay, let's take a look closer on what kind of modifications do we have and how we can customize this vehicle. Yeah, first of all, let's take a look on the engines. We have a lot of engines, but mainly they are all weak, and my recommendation for you is to install KR Custom 160 because this vehicle gives us greatest power to weight rate, and it will allow our Don 71 to overcome any dirt that would be possible for this vehicle. Actually, this vehicle is not very reliable, however, it's very cute and nice. About gearbox, SnowRunner gearbox or fine-tune or stock, you don't feel like a huge difference because this vehicle not the best one in performance, so there no need to modify it as your top scout vehicle. Suspension, my recommendation is raised because Tune Custom makes this vehicle a little bit high. I would say even too high, and 35th tires, they could lead in the end that this vehicle could tip over, maybe sometimes too much. But 31st tires are good, and I would say it's gonna be ideal balance. About winch. Winch for almost all the scouts should be autonomous because as far as you go somewhere to tough terrain or somewhere off-road locations, there are kind of high risk when you can tip over and you need something to put yourself back on the wheels. And sometimes you would not have a chance to bring a second vehicle or second scout to put your first scout back on the wheels, so you'd need to be able to help on your own. Yeah, differential lock engageable. Yeah. And as you can see, both AVD and differential locks, they are switchable, and you can switch it on or switch it off whether you need it, or if you do not need, you can switch it off. Yeah. Okay, snorkel. Snorkel is obligatory part of every vehicle of every car, truck, scout in this game, so it's obligatory for you to install it. Usually and logically, snorkel should work like if snorkel is higher, so deeper water you can go. But I'm not sure about this game. Mainly you can use the tallest one. Yeah. About roof rack, there are two versions: small roof rack and bigger roof rack, and the main difference is the volume of fuel you can carry. In both roof racks you have 300 of repair parts, 4 spare wheels, and but fuel tank gonna be different. 20 liters in small and 40 liters in like usual roof rack. Yeah. As far as you maybe gonna use it as a scout, so my recommendation for all scouts to have enough fuel for scouting, because you can be somewhere in the middle of nowhere and without any ability to refuel yourself from a gas station or from any fuel trailer. Yeah. So bumper. No recommendations about bumper. About rooftop also, you can keep all the thing not installed because they remove a roof rack. About front bumper, I would recommend you to install something that can protect you from frontal damage in case if you're gonna bump into something. And about all the rest cosmetics, you just need to remember that everything what doesn't remove your roof rack can be installed, depends on your preferences, but that's all. About painting, I already told you that this painting dedicated to the most often way how this vehicle uses for rides to fishing, rides for hunting, and all that kind of things. Also, one important aspect of this vehicle is a registration plate, because this registration plate has kind of Easter egg, and that Easter egg is word captain. So it's in Russian P, so it means cap. Yeah, and also sounds similar into English, captain, cap. So if you didn't know that, well, now you informed about this very interesting feature of this vehicle Don 71. Whether I recommend you this vehicle as a scout, I would say no, but if you want to try it, so customize it properly as I already explained you, and it would be good choice. Not the great, not the best, but good choice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with the next scout vehicle. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look on the next scout vehicle. This is 266. It's very old vehicle. It was created and developed and produced in the post-World War time. And I would like to tell you about the paintings on this vehicle. Name of this vehicle is Tuz, and in Russian language it means ace. We have a painting of Joker, we have a painting of playing cards on this vehicle, so ace, Joker, playing cards, so there is this connection and Easter egg in this painting on that vehicle. That vehicle, as I told you, really old, almost 70 years by 2023. And I would say it's a very good example of scouting vehicle, but I definitely can say that it is not the best one. It's very aesthetic, it's authentic, but as for me, it is not the best one scout among scouts from post-Soviet Union countries or Soviet Union that you can play this game SnowRunner. Okay, let's move this thing to the garage and check what kind of customizations do we have for this vehicle. Okay, engines. We have KR160 Custom. It is a must-have for this vehicle because it gives you best power-to-weight rate. All the rest is just rubbish. Gearbox. You need fine-tuned or SnowRunner gearbox because archaic or stock, they are useless in this game at all. And especially for this vehicle, if you decided to use this vehicle as scout, you definitely need SnowRunner gearbox. All the rest just senseless. About suspension, yeah, let's take a look. My recommendation is race suspension because it will allow you to install proper tires or 35th diameter, so 35 inches. All the rest tires they are or too small or too big, and they just increase your fuel consumption and decrease stability. So, what about winch? Winch, as for any scout, should be autonomous, otherwise you couldn't help yourself in case of any accident. Snorkel, obligatory to have for any kind of vehicle in this game. What about frame add-on? We have small roof pack for spare wheels and 40 liters of fuel. It is good because it gives you a chance to get somewhere far from the garage, but still not the biggest roof rack, yeah? I would prefer at least to have service spare parts, and that's kind of minus of this vehicle. You don't have enough repair parts, you can bump into the air or into something small, but you can get kind of serious damage, and you do not have repair parts, so you will be alone in the middle of nowhere and without any proper chance to fix all your own vehicle. You can refuel it, but still 40 liters, it is not enough, yeah? I already told you about painting, so let's check what can we install else on this vehicle. About rear bumper, I have no recommendations because it's usually senseless. We can install additional spare wheel, but you don't need it because you already have 4 on your roof rack. About front bumper, any front bumpers that can protect you from frontal damage and do not create any obstacle for you can be installed. But like if you decide not to install anything, it still would be okay. Regarding the rest of miscellaneous cosmetic and installation, you can add whatever you want. Actually, there are no Easter eggs in the template, and about all the rest. Everything that keeps your roof rack and snorkel can be installed. All the rest is not needed if you want to play this game professionally. Okay, everything about this vehicle is explained, so let's move to the next one. Let's move to the top, I would say top 3. Yeah, it was top, let's move to the top 2 vehicle. Yeah, it was top 3, Dawn 71 is top 4, so let's move to the top 3. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the next scout vehicle, Han LO4F, or I call this vehicle LOAF because all that letters and numbers are very good in this word, they fit. So there are no sense in this, neither in this name nor in the letter and number index. So just like I would say spontaneous thing, yeah. And what about reality? In real life, this vehicle has a prototype, and it is WAS-20. No. It is WAS-3741 or WAS-452. It's a very famous vehicle in Soviet Union and in post-Soviet countries. Name of this vehicle is well known with many nicknames. If this is something for like food transportation or just utility van, people call it Bukhanka. If this is medicine vehicle for medicine services, it names tabletka, so it means pill, pills, yeah, like medicine, also drugs, yeah. And if for example this vehicle works in police or militia, people usually call it Bobik. It's very rare, sometimes they call it Pokemon, but mainly Bukhanka or Tabletka. Very famous vehicle with long story of exploitation. I believe it started somewhere in late 70s, so it's really also one more old timer with 50 years on service, on duty, and it's still produced by Russian manufacturer. Okay, I believe it's gonna be enough, like history knowledge, so let's check about customization of this vehicle. Customization very similar to all the rest, a little bit less of engines, but still my recommendation is KR Custom 160 because you need better power to weight rate as possible. Durability is average. Gearbox you can use fine tune or SnowRunner. About suspension, you would need right suspension with 33rd tires, yeah, 33 inches. I would recommend you mud tires because all the rest is going to be just a waste of time. And about winch, as for every scout, autonomous winch is obligatory thing. Like almost for every scout. Spare wheels, you can install it or you can not install it, there are no difference. Snorkel, as usually you would need the highest version. But in case of this track, there are not much difference. Okay, roof pack. Roof pack is perfect. Perfect roof pack because we have 300 repair parts, 4 spare wheels, and we have enormously big fuel reserve. Yeah, fuel capacity 120 liters. With fuel capacity of vehicle's own tank, we have 200 liters from the very start, so you can really go far. You can scout almost any map and reach any locations possible. I mean, in sense of fuel. So this vehicle is really autonomous, and this vehicle can help to any other vehicle. And main usage of Hanlov is a saver for other scouts or for some not very heavy trucks that got stuck, they got tipped over, or they get run out of fuel. So my recommendation is Hanlov for sure. About bumpers, everything similar about rear bumper, but about front bumper, also everything is similar like for any other tracks. About cosmetic, you also should remember that everything that keeps your roof rack installed can be used. Everything that removes your roof rack should not be installed at all. Yeah. About painting. Painting is average, simple, and even though it is unique, there are no direct connection or any kind of secret Easter eggs. There are no 8 number in the index of this vehicle in real life. This vehicle is not associated with hippie movement in Soviet Union or in post-Soviet Union countries. It's just very nice and beautiful painting without any kind of interesting history or any kind of reference or cameo. However, it looks like very funny dragon if you take in account position of front lights and all the rest of picture. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be all with this one vehicle. So let's continue with the most useful, the most, I would say, powerful, and I would say the most reliable scout among all the stock scouts from Russia or post-Soviet Union in this game. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed with the last one scout we got in a stock game from post-Soviet Union countries, and this vehicle is Yar-87. It's a very interesting vehicle because this have unusual formula 6x6, yeah, and the real name of this vehicle is Treco 39294. 39294. I didn't find any interesting information about reference or Easter eggs in this print, neither in the license plate, so everything, they're just simple, I would say even random, so without any deep sense. Okay, let's take a look on customization of this vehicle. Yeah, we have different set of engines, and my recommendation would be Azov AM4Y160 as main engine for this vehicle. Otherwise you would have too low power to weight rate. About gearbox, SnowRunner for sure. About suspensions, there would be no chance to somehow modify it. Tires, my recommendations, or chain TRC1 or TM2 or TM1. You can install also TRM1, but I didn't feel any kind of positive difference. Yeah. Winch, as for every scout, autonomous winch. Snorkel, as for every vehicle in this game, the highest version of it. And about roof rack, we have the similar roof rack to Handlov or WAS 452 or 3741. Yeah, 300 of repair parts, 4 spare wheels, 420 liters of fuel tank capacity. We have switchable AVD and we have differential lock always on. So this vehicle has very good cross-country characteristic, good off-road characteristics, so you can get really far and overcome any possible dirt, and also a lot of rivers or places with strong stream that would not scare you, so you can overcome them also easily. Okay, you already know everything about painting. All the other accessories is not very important here. You can customize and modify that vehicle as much as you can and in the way as you can. But remember, if you want this vehicle really works, you would need that roof rack. Yeah. Okay, let's leave the garage, and now I believe it's time to tell you which vehicle is the best one here. And for me, yeah, it's just like my personal opinion based on the result of tests. Yar 87 is the best choice. I tested, I decided to test all four of this vehicle on the road, on the map Zimnegorsk in Taimyr. And what can I say? Time for completion of that testing road for every vehicle is the following. Don 71, 9 minutes and 11 seconds. 266, 7 minutes and 52 seconds. And Han Lov, 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And Yar 87, 5 minutes and 55 seconds. So, what does it mean? Why I decided that Yar is the best option for scout, and why I put vehicles in such order. Like for me, Dawn 71 is a 4th place, 3rd place is 266, 2nd place is Han LO4F or Han Lov, and Yar 87 as a 1st place. Why? First of all, Yar 87 and Han, they have the most optimal fuel capacity, they have good fuel consumption, they have all necessary modifications like differential lock, like AVD, they have bigger roof racks, I mean more fuel. For example, Dawn 71 has less fuel but enough spare parts. 266, this vehicle has enough fuel for that vehicle, but doesn't have enough, doesn't have repair parts at all. Han Lov is good, but it still can be first one. Yes, a big roof rack put this vehicle much more forward to 266, but it's still not as much off-road track, so there could be challenges for it, and you would need to use winch much more rather than 266, but bigger roof rack definitely will give you more profits, more advantages rather than smaller roof rack on 266. And Yar 87 is just faster, more powerful, proper roof rack, and actually you can go through any dirt, any ice, and you can I would say go further with Yar 87 and even faster. Okay, what about road on which I tested Z vehicles? It was very kind of interesting, and I can even say a little bit challenging road. We have highways, we have dirty roads, we have deep dirt, we have water, we have water and dirt, so everything is present on this road. So I will release a second video of that review where you can watch how each vehicle completed this road. You can double check time and you can double check performance of every vehicle. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be all for today. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to press like and subscribe buttons, press ring button, share this video with your friends, and write comments. Thank you so much and goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. It was White Red White Gaming TV.